Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with the royalty accounts sublease. Hope you remember the problem of Asha, Kavya sisters and Ashika. So here Kavya sister is a lessor, Asha is a lessee and Ashika is Sub-Lessee. So we have calculated already the royalty table 1, that is the payment made by Asha to Kavya sisters, and we have prepared a small table for the royalty due by Asha and royalty due by Ashika. After this, so we have uh, prepared the royalty table 2. So where we have find out the royalty due by Ashika to Asha, royalty payable by Ashika to Asha, Sub-Lessee to lessee. So, in accounting treatment, we have seen the ledger accounts in the books of lessee and in the role of lessee. ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಯ ರೋಲಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಈ ಮೂರು ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಪೇಯಬಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ರಿಕವರಬಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಕಾವ್ಯ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. So in today's class, we are going to see with the lesser role. Asha, in the role of lessor, we should prepare these three ledger accounts. So let us start with the first one, royalty receivable account. So here, now you should check the journal entries in the role of lessor. So if in the role of lessor, so we should check the journal entries. Of course, it is as same as in the books of lessor. So in the books of lessor, ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್. So royalty receivable account, the first transaction is for royalty due. Royalty receivable account, so short working suspense account here, credited, and sub-lessee's account debited. And another royalty receivable account is here for transfer of royalty. Royalty receivable account debit to profit and loss account. Apart from these two journal entries, we have one more adjusting entry. So apart from these two basic journal entries, we have one more adjusting entry in between the lessee and sub-lessee. I hope you remember, it's a royalty receivable account to debit to royalty payable account. So we should remember the three journal entries, the royalty due, royalty transfer, as well as this adjusting entry. So let me do this royalty receivable account now. So here, for royalty due, the first entry, sub-lessee's account debits to royalty receivables account. So, in the books of lessee, the first year, 2016, royalty receivables account. So, the first entry is sub-lessee's account debits to royalty receivable account. So, royalty receivable account credit side by sub-lessee's account. So, here sub-lessee name is Ashika. So, by Ashika's account, I should record the royalty due. So, here you can see in the table 2. The second royalty table, we can see the royalty due by sub-lessee. So royalty due is 7,000. So I'll record the same thing, 7,000 rupees. Again, we should transfer this to a profit and loss account. So I'll record to profit and loss account. So here we should transfer the royalty amount to profit and loss account. Along with this, I'll record the one more entry, that is the adjusting entry. Royalty receivables account debits to royalty payable account. So here you can check in the small table royalty due calculation. So Asha's production is 5,000 on which royalty due was 25,000 and Ashika's production was 1,000 and royalty due on that is 5,000. So I should enter this one first. So here 5,000 is due according to the main contract or main lease. So the remaining balance 2,000 will be transferred to profit and loss account. So the total on the credit side 7,000 and debit side 7,000. So I close the books for the year 2016. Then 2017. Again the same transaction repeats. So here by Sub-Lessee's account. So it's by Ashika's account. I should check the second royalty table. So here onwards we should check the second royalty table. So here for the year 2017 the royalty due was 14,000. So I'll consider here 14,000. And here on the debit side for the year 2017 we repeat the same two entries here. 2. Profit and loss account for the royalty amount transferred, and 2. Royalty payable account for the adjusting amount. So as far as royalty payable account, so I'll check here. So Ashika's production 2000 and the royalty was 10,000. So I'll write royalty payable account 10,000 and the remaining balance 4,000 will be transferred to profit and loss account. So here total 14,000 on the credit side and total 14,000 on the debit side. So here you can analyze out of the 14,000 rupees royalty due from Sub-Lessee. So here 10,000 should be transferred to lessor. Asha 14,000 rupees ಅನ್ನ ಆಶಿಕಾಯಿಂದ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 10,000 rupees ಅನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 4,000 rupees ಏನಿದೆ this represents profit. So here you can check in the table. So in the second year the output was 2,000. So on 2,000 into 2 rupees. So 2 rupees because 5 rupees is the main royalty under main lease. And sublease royalty payable per ton is 7 rupees. 7 minus 5, 2 rupees per ton is Asha's profit, lessee's profit. So this 2 rupees into 2,000, 4,000 rupees will be transferred to profit and loss account. Again, you can check in the year 2018. So it's by Ashika's account, the same transaction. And I'll check the amount here. The third year, the royalty due was, it's 23,800. 23,800. And here I should repeat the transaction for the year 2018 to profit and loss account and to royalty payable account. So here I'll check royalty payable balance for the year 2018. So 17,000 rupees. So this represents the adjusting amount 17,000 rupees. So from the Sub-Lessee, lessee has to pay to lessor. So the total is 23,800 credit side, 23,800 on the debit side minus 17,000. So the remaining balance 6,800 rupees represents profit of lessee and which should be transferred to profit and loss account. So here you can cross verify. The production was 3,400 into 2 rupees per ton. So 6,800 is the profit of Sub-Lessee transferred to profit and loss account. And in the year 2019, the same transaction repeats by Ashika's account. I should check the amount in this royalty table 2. It is 37,100 in the year 2019. And on the debit side, again 2019, I should repeat the same journal entries. So I should check the royalty payable. So in the royalty payable account also we can check for the cross entry, cross verification. So in the royalty table we have paused an entry for the adjusting amount. So here the adjusting amount for the year 2019 was 26,500. I'll write royalty payable account 26,500. The total is 37,100 on the credit side and here 37,100 on the debit side minus 26,500. So the remaining balance 10,600 represents profit. So 10,600 profit, that means 5,300 into 2 rupees per ton. And in the last year 2020, it's by Ashika's account, and I'll check the balance here. Royalty due in the second table 2020 was 40,600. All right, it's 40,600. And on the debit side 2020, the same two transactions. And I should enter the amount. I'll check royalty payable or adjusting entry is 29,000 rupees. So the total on the credit side 40,600 and here 40,600 minus 29,000. So the remaining balance 11,600 represents profit. So hope you understood the preparation of royalty receivables account. You should remember the three transactions: royalty due, royalty transfer, and the adjusting entry. So let us move on to next one. So here, next ledger account, that is here short workings suspense account. So short working suspense account will appear in royalty due, and the second one recoupment of short working and short working written off. So fresh short working, that's short working due, and here written off and recoupment. So hope you can easily prepare short workings account as well as Sub-Lessee's account, because so it's as same as our previous problems. So there is no changes. So let me start with short working suspense account. Short working suspense account in the books of Asha. So here short working allowable account. So in the year 2016, in the year 2016, Sub-Lessee's account debits to short workings account. So short working account credit side by Sub-Lessee's account. So here Sub-Lessee is Ashika. So Ashika's account. Again, I should record the short working. So in the royalty table 2, we have recorded short working is 23,000. And record short working 23,000. Again, in the first year, there is no short working, recoupment and return off. So only one entry in the first year. So I'll close the books here 2016. I'll close the books. So I'll carry forward the balance. So to balance, carry forward the balance 23,000 rupees. So the total on the debit side and the total on the credit side. In the next year 2017, I brought forward the balance. So by balance brought forward, so here the balance of rupees 23,000 brought down here. And in the second year, I'll check the short working. In the royalty table 2, the short working is 16,000. So I should record the fresh short working. So in the second year, there is a fresh short working. So the transaction repeats here. For the 16,000 fresh short working, it's the journal entry is repeated by Sub-Lessee's account 16,000. Again in the 2017, no further entries. So neither recoupment nor written off. So I'll transfer the balance. So to balance carried forward. To balance carried forward. So 23,000 plus 16,000. The total carried forward balance is 39,000. I'll close the books for the year 2019, 39,000. And for the year 2018, I'll brought forward the balance. So here, by balance brought forward, the amount is 39,000 rupees. So after this, again I should check the royalty table, second royalty table. So here, in the third year, we have fresh short working of 6,200 and we written off 23,000 rupees. So here we have two entries, one for the fresh short working and another for written off. So I'll record this fresh short working of 6,200 or short working due. So as per short working due, recording 6,200 rupees, the same transaction repeats by Ashika's account. And we have written off the balance. So as far as written off, so we should transfer the balance to profit and loss account. So we should consider this as a debt loss and we should transfer the balance to profit and loss account. Irrecoverable loss. So here irrecoverable loss is 23,000 rupees. And the remaining balance will carry to next year. So to balance carried forward and here the balance amount 39,000 plus 6,200. So here 45,200. And again here the total is 45,200. 45,200 minus 23,000. So the balance is 22,200. In the year 2019, so I brought forward the balance. So here by balance brought forward and the amount is 22,200. And I'll check in the 2019. So here we have recoupment 7,900 and 8,900 written off. So here there is no fresh short working but recoupment and written off. So I'll record the same thing. As far as recoupment, so it's an opposite entry to royal short workings due. So for short working due, the entry is Sub-Lessee's account debits to short working allowable account. So short working recoupment, we should pass the opposite entry. So here short working allowable account debits to Sub-Lessee's account. So here Sub-Lessee is Ashika. So to Ashika's account. Ashika's account. So here we have to recoup the amount of 7,100. So I'll record 7,100 here. And the remaining balance written off. As far as written off, the entry is profit and loss account debit to short workings account. So here to profit and loss account. So I should check the written off amount. The written off amount is 8,900. So here 8,900. So total 22,200. Out of this 7,900 rupees recouped and remaining balance written off. So one more entry I think I'll check here. 22,200 is the total short working. Out of 7,100 recouped and written off 8,900. So remaining balance of 6,200 carried forward. So we should record here remaining 6,200. So as far as this 6,200, we should record to balance carried forward. So carried forward balance 6,200. And I'll write the total 22,200 on the credit side and 22,200 on the debit side. Then in the year 2020, I'll brought forward the balance. So by balance brought forward, balance brought forward is 6,200. And I'll check in the royalty table. So here you can check. So in the year 2020, we have recoupment of 6,200 and nothing else. So I'll write for the 6,200, 2020. So here we have recouped the balance. As far as recoupment, we know that the journal entry is Sub-Lessee's account debits to short working allowable account. So here the entry is to Ashika's account. So entire 6,200 rupees recouped. So the total is 6,200 on the debit side and 6,200 on the credit side. So there is no further transactions here. So this is how we need to prepare short working allowable account. So there are three transactions will appear in a short working allowable account, that is short working due, the second one short working recoupment, and the third one short working return off. But you should carry forward and brought forward the balance whenever the balances appear in the books. So hope you are able to understand short working allowable account. And the last ledger account we need to prepare is Sub-Lessee's account. So here the transaction will appear in the first transaction for royalty due and the second one for actual payment of royalty and the third one short working recoupments if any. So only in the three transactions we'll consider Sub-Lessee's account. So let us start with the Sub-Lessee's account, that is Ashika's account. So the first entry is Sub-Lessee's account debits to royalty as well as the short workings account. So I'll start from the first year 2016. So here royalty receivables account as well as to short working allowable account. So here royalty receivables as well as short working. Of course, so here royalty receivables 7,000, short working allowable 23,000. So I'll write 7,000 royalty and short working 23,000. And in the year 2016, so out of these things, so actually Sub-Lessee receives amount will be recorded here. So she receives the amount. So by bank account, so bank account debits to Ashika's account. From Ashika, Asha received 30,000 rupees. So out of this 30,000 rupees, 23,000 rupees represents short working and actual royalty was 7,000. So, and again in the year 2017, the same transaction pays to royalty receivable account debits to short working allowable account. So in the second year, royalty was 14,000 and short working 16,000 and the final payment was 30,000. I'll write here royalty receivables account 14,000 and short workings 16,000 and here 2017 the final payment. the final payment was 30,000 rupees. Even though the royalty due was 16,000, Ashika should pay 30,000 rupees. The remaining balance considered short work. And in the year 2018, again the same transaction repeats. The first thing, royalty as well as short working due. So here in the year 2018, it's 23,800 and 6,200. I'll record 23,800 and 6,200. So final payment in the year 2018, it's again 30,000 rupees. I'll close the books for third year, 30,000 rupees here and 30,000 rupees here. In the year 2019, so here again the first transaction or two royalty receivables account and two short working allowable account. I'll check the amount here. In the year 2019, it's 37,000 rupees and no short working. So only one transaction, one entry will appear and short working allowable account will not appear. So I'll record the amount. Royalty due was 37,100. So here 37,100. And on the credit side, by bank account, again I should check the final payment. Royalty table 2, final payment was 30,000 rupees. I'll record the same thing, 30,000. So here we can see credit side it's 30,000, debit side 37,100. The difference is for the royalty recoupment. We can check in the short working recoupment. So here we have paused to Ashika's account 7,100. The corresponding entry will be on the credit side by short working allowable account. Short working allowable account. So here 7,100. So surplus royalty is due, out of which we adjusted the short working 7,100. So 37,100 on the debit side and 37,100 on the credit side. And in the year 2020, again we can check only the royalty is due, there is no short working. So 40,600 royalty is due. So the entry is to royalty receivable account. Royalty receivables account. The royalty due is 40,600. And I should record the final payment 2020 as far as the final payment by bank account. So here amount received in the year 2020 is 34,400. 34,400. You can identify the difference. Debit side 40,600, credit side 34,400. The balance is for a short working recoupment. So by short working allowable account, so even though 40,600 rupees royalty due ಇದೆ ಆದರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು 34,400. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವರು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ರೀಕ್ಯೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ರೀಕ್ಯೂಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 6,200 ಈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಆದಂತ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ 40,600 and credit side total 40,600. We can check the short working for this year 6,200 recoup. So hope you understood the preparation of three ledger accounts, that is royalty receivables account, short working allowable or suspense account, and sub-lessees account. So finally, we completed the problem number 1. So here, in case of sublease transaction, we should prepare the royalty tables. So royalty table for the main lease and royalty table for the sublease. Then we should prepare a small table for the adjusting entries. Royalty due by lessee and royalty due by sublessee. After these 3 tables, we should start with the ledger accounts as in the role of lessee or the ledger accounts for the main lease. For all the main lease ledger accounts, we should consider the royalty table 1. And in case of royalty payable account, so we should consider the additional entry for our reference. And after this, we should consider the ledger accounts as in the role of lessee. So here we should prepare royalty receivables account, short working allowable account, and sub-lessees account. So hope you understood the preparation of ledger accounts in the books of lessee as in the role of lessor and as in the role of lessee. Thank you for watching. Take care and happy learning.